So, welcome everyone to Conversations with Oyindamola. This is every Friday at 12 noon. And then so today I thought to share what I've titled Practical Ways to Teach Contentment to Children. And I realized that contentment is something that everybody should have. In fact, it's not even just children alone. I think even as adults, we all should be contented. We all should be satisfied as we grow. And when you see some children indulge in some things these days, you realize that what is lacking majorly is lack of contentment. Wanting something that will take them maybe 5 years to get, wanting it now. Wanting something that adults, it took them maybe like 7 years or 10 years to acquire. They want to have it now. And it doesn't work that way. So we have to teach them how to stay contented. So I think I need to plug this. Give me a minute, please. I'm not sure it's there. It's one. Okay, let me just move this a bit. Facebook, sorry. I think it's a bit dark. Okay. So I think I'll also use this means to wait for people to join us. Then we get started. I feel it's a bit better now. Okay. Is that okay? Is it okay? Okay. Yes, so let's get started again. So practical ways to teach contentment to children. So what exactly is contentment? Contentment means appreciating your level per time as you journey towards success. So nobody is saying you are going to remain on that level forever. Nobody is saying you should like your state. We are only saying that there is a journey towards success. There is a journey towards getting to where you want to get to, achieving those things you want to achieve. So it is also just appreciating your level per time. Understanding that whatever level that I am right now is a phase. You understand that my level right now is a phase and it will definitely pass. So even if I don't like the state right now, it's to tell me that it can get better. It's a journey. And then you keep encouraging yourself and keep working towards it. That's what contentment means. And we have to start teaching our children. So we need to teach them that they should not be moved by material things. You know, one of the things that push children into indulging in maybe cybercrime or other social vices is because there's this rich quick syndrome they want. They have. Get rich, quickly. They just want to have the money. No. And then you need to let them understand that this thing is a process. So what is the first way? How do you get started with this? Number one, it starts with you as a parent. I always say this to parents. You are your children's first role model. You are that person that your child will see and will emulate what you do. In fact, 99% your child will most likely copy the way you do things. So if you want to teach contentment to your children, then you must model it to them. Your children must see that you, as a mother, as a father, you are contented. Thank you for always joining my live video. I'm sorry if I murdered the pronunciation of that name, but I still haven't gotten the pronunciation. Thank you for joining me. So you need to, it starts by telling them, you yourself living it. Let them see it that you are contented with the kind of life that you also have. Yes, you know that is a journey. So it starts with you as a parent. Your children are you are your children's first role model. I wrote something here that if your child sees that you are not content, then they will try to emulate you. If your children can see that mommy can borrow wig from her friend because she's going to a party, or mommy can borrow dress, or borrow purse, or borrow car, Not because your car got faulty, I need to move. No, because oh, I'm going to a party. I just need to use this my friend's Lagos Jeep. So they see that you borrowed the Jeep to use to the party, and then they are watching. Consciously or unconsciously, they are thinking. They see that okay, if mommy or daddy can do it, it's okay. Then I can also borrow something from my friend. I can also borrow my friend's clothes because maybe I love the top and I feel that it would be nice for me to wear it somewhere, and then I can tell my friend, please bring it to school and borrow me, because they will do what we do. So they must see that you are managing what you have and you are making the most of it. That's the number one way to actually teach them. The number one way to teach them, model it to them. Let them see you do it. Let them know that you are satisfied with your level per time, and you keep telling them that children, yes, you might not like this level that you are. You might want a better car. You might want daddy or mommy to move you to a better house in a final location or something, or you want a better school. Let them know that it's a phase. When the money comes, when the time comes, we will move. But let's enjoy this phase of our life. As you are teaching them, you are practicing it and they are seeing it. Let your children see that you are not pressured to do anything. The moment they see that you as a mother, you are pressured, you feel that, hey, everybody's there, I don't have this thing. And they see that you are going out of your way just because you want to meet up with the standard that the society has put out. Your children are watching. That's why daddy can do all of these things because he wants to fit in. Then they also will go that way because they want to fit in too. So be our children's first role model. So we should model contentment to them. We should model contentment to them. So they should not see you borrowing things and all that. They would most likely copy that. Okay. And then number 2 way to teach contentment to your children is to practice gratitude. If you look at it today, I work a lot with teenagers, with children, and you see that gratitude is one thing that you find very scarce among them. Like they can't appreciate you. You give them this pen, they feel like they're supposed to give me the pen now. What's that? To say thank you, to be grateful for little things, big things, it's a big deal. They can't. And that's because we need to teach them. Yes, no, maybe these things came natural, normal to us when we were growing up. But the way things are right now, these children need to be taught to practice gratitude. Teach your children to be grateful for what they have. The very beginning of contentment is ingratitude. It just makes you feel that everything that you have is not good enough. Even with yourself, your looks, your height, your color, everything, just feel like, I'm not good enough. Everything that I have is not good enough. That's the very beginning of lack of contentment. So, but contentment starts when you can appreciate what you have. Yes, I don't have so much. Yes, I don't have designers. But the little that I have, I'm grateful. So teach your children to practice gratitude. Gratitude helps them to focus on what is good in their life rather than what they lack. We have to teach our children to focus on what is good about them, not what they lack. You know, when I was doing my teens and I, one of the questions I got there was, maybe the person doesn't like their physical appearance, and I was saying that there are some things you can't change about yourself. There are some things you can change. If what you don't like about yourself is something you can change, like maybe character you need to change or do better, or something you can work on, why not change? But if it's something that your nose, your mouth, your ear, the size of your breast, the size of your butt, and you feel like I need to go and do surgery to get it done, that's lack of contentment. If you just feel like I must get it fixed, you don't have to get it fixed. You just need to like yourself the way you are. So teach your children to practice gratitude. It starts by when you buy them something, teach them to always appreciate it. They shouldn't see it as a right. Yes, you are their parents. Yes, they have a right that as the parent, child right, you should take care of them, give food, shelter, clothing, basic need of life. They have that right. But at the same time, they should also always thank you for it. Oh, mommy, thank you. Oh, you paid my school fees, thank you. They should really appreciate what you do for them and not see it as, because it's my right, so I don't need to say thank you. That doesn't mean. Little act of kindness, even with the children within the home. A brother helps a sister to lift bag. Say thank you. Mommy or daddy helped me to do this. Teach them to always say thank you. Gratitude. They need to practice it. In fact, you can even teach them to write down the things that they are grateful for or good experiences that they've had. These are things that we practice, some adults practice. They have this, I think they call it gratitude jar. And then you are writing what you are grateful for every day and you are dropping it in the jar. So if your children, you cannot teach your children to be grateful, grateful for little things. They can never be satisfied with what they have. They can never see anything good in what they have. It will look as if everybody has it better. Have you not seen children who have messed up and probably slept with a guy just because of what? They want to buy a phone. So that child doesn't see that if I don't have a phone now, it's a phase. I will always not have a phone. There will be a time where I will have a phone. I can even buy a phone for people. But at this moment, my parents can't afford it. But you now see young girls who will go and sleep with older people just because they want to get money to buy a phone. It's lack of contentment. So let's teach them to look at what they have, to teach them to be grateful for possessions and positive experiences every day. And not always think that somebody's life is better than mine. Yes, somebody's life can be better than yours, right? Because that's even it. You can't, there's no height you can chase it to. Is it fashion? What height can you chase fashion to? They say it's pencil jeans today. You are chasing, I must buy it. Hey, everybody's wearing pencil jeans and all that. Before you know, it's no longer pencil, it's now baggy jeans. Before you know, it's now boyfriend jeans. Before you know, it's now boot cuts. Before you know, it will keep evolving. So you will keep chasing fashion, chasing fashion, chasing fashion. You can't catch up with it. As much as you think that, yes, I've gotten everything I need, another thing will come. Another trend will come. Another thing will be told. What do you now want to do? So you just realize that you will get yourself into trouble eventually. So the only thing you need to do is, this is what I can afford my time. Let me just keep managing this. So we need to teach them. And then number 3, teach them to celebrate their wins, whether small or big. See, if you can teach your children this, it will help them even in adulthood. Because many of the things as adults we are struggling with, these were some of our challenges while we were teenagers, while we were younger. Because we didn't have opportunity of somebody teaching us or telling us these things. Teach your children to celebrate their wins. You see adults today who cannot even appreciate what they are doing. Who somebody will say, oh, you are doing so, they say, I'm doing so well, you think so. No, I don't think I'm doing well. You look at so and so, look at this person, look at that person, see what they have achieved, what have I achieved. It's from this act. So you need to teach them to celebrate their wins, small wins. There is an improvement in academic performance, celebrate it. The child moved from 70 to 75 or from 60 to 65. Celebrate the win. Instead of comparing the child to say, did you not see so and so that had 89%? And this is what I do with my own children too. If I'm telling you to do well academically, I'm not telling you to do well because I want you to beat somebody. I'm telling you to beat your last performance. So if you brought home 89 last month or last term, it simply shows to me that you can do more. There's room for improvement. So when you are saying, did you not see the people that had overall best in the class, do they have 3 years or 4 years? Don't be saying those things to children. It makes them to look at their little effort and they feel like it doesn't make any sense. Even mommy is not, or daddy are not even, they're not even seeing it as anything. So if I don't get the overall best, it means that I'm still not doing well. And these are the things that even brings about failure for children, because they will now be struggling and go, and then some children can even get depressed through the process. So let's teach them to celebrate their wins. Small accomplishments should be celebrated instead of waiting. Everybody now, we are waiting for the big ones. My major breakthrough, the biggest breakthrough. That's what we're waiting for. Yes, everybody's waiting for it. It's good. But your little wins, those little wins, those little accomplishments, teach them to appreciate it. It will just build this grateful mindset in them, that any small thing, they are so celebrating it. They are so celebrating it. And then number 4 also, teach them to value money. You want a child that is contented, that child must know the value of money. You know, your children feels that. In fact, if you still have younger children, they just believe that mommy and daddy can fix all my problems. Some children actually believe that you can even buy them aeroplane or anything they want. So teach them to value money. So when they are saying, yes, thank you, Mrs. Opelami. When they are saying, mommy, buy me this, mommy, buy me that, they know, let them know the value of money. This thing you're asking me to buy, I'm going to buy with money. People work to earn money. We have worked too hard to earn this money. So don't just come and be saying, buy, 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 buy. Understand that it takes a lot of working to gather these things together. Even when they now have their own money, they understand that I have worked so hard to make this money. I don't have to just waste it. You know, a parent was sharing that they have 3 kids, and they were telling me that if they need to buy school shoe if one child needs school shoe, the other 2 will be crying that they was buying new shoes for them, even when their shoes are not worn out. And they now do it because, so they now have to buy shoes for 3 of them, just because the ones that the shoes are still good will cry. And I started to look at it that that's not a good mindset. That's not a good way to train those children. The only reason, and you need to teach them, for that kind of family, what should they have done? See those children that the only reason you need a new shoe is because the one you have is worn out. So if your brother's shoe is worn out, we buy him a new shoe. If your one is still good, wear the one because it's still good. We don't have to condemn the old one to buy you a new one simply because we bought one for your brother. School is resuming, let me say this. School is resuming on Monday now. You want to buy lunch bags, school bags, and those things. If it's still good, why do you have to change everybody's own so that some people will not cry? The question you ask, do you need it? No. Yours is still good, so keep using it. When your own is worn out, we'll buy you a new one. It's all about, it's teaching contentment. They value money, that these things we buy with money. Sometimes I let my children know the prices of things in the home. That, do you know how much golden one costs now? Do you know how much this is? Let them see the price tags there. If you can take them with you to those supermarkets, let them go there with you and see how much you are swiping and paying. So when they are saying, give me this, give me that, they understand. And if you even have teenagers and maybe you have your own organization, you can bring them to come to do holiday jobs with you. Maybe you have your own company. They can do holiday jobs. Let them know that these are people work from morning till evening to earn how much at the end of the month. So when you are saying buy, they know that to make money is a lot of effort. So they are mindful. And it's not even because they want to manage their own resources. It's so that when they also become adults, they can manage their own resources properly. So number 5, also don't give them everything they ask at the time, even if you can afford it. Even if you can afford it, don't give them everything. Mrs. Motora Justin, thank you for joining me. Don't give them everything they have, even if they can afford it. Even if you can afford it. So you will not just say that my child wants this, okay, take. Mommy, I want this, take. I heard of a parent who will give 3,000 naira as lunch money for the child to take to school. This child will take lunch, pack lunch to school, and then you will still give the child 3,000 naira to school. What would the child buy? In fact, I was told that the child bought 6 bottles of what's it called, soda drinks. All those carbonated drinks, Pepsi, and like, he bought 6 bottles in one day. Only when he did not know what he would do with the money then. Because the 3,000 gave it, tomorrow another 3,000, next month another 3,000. Why? That you have the money, that you don't feel the 3,000 that was there. 3,000 is not any big deal for me. It doesn't mean that you should give that child. It's too much. It's too much. And the child will still even take school lunch again. So I'm thinking, do you want to keep this child? You want to overfeed the child and food is coming out of the child's mouth. So don't give them everything. Sometimes you need to let them learn patience. You know the way children can say, mommy, I want this thing. And they want you to do it now. I'm like, now. You can't have everything now. Even we, adults, mothers, fathers, you can hear me. Is it everything you want that you have now? Many of us, there are things we've been asking God, God this, God that. And it's like you've not even seen all of it. So if we get everything now, it can ruin somebody. As the same thing to the child, you are giving them everything they want. As they are asking, you are giving, dropping. Thank you. Our nutritionist said you can lead to child obesity. Thank you. You can ruin the child's life. Because when they have money, you see, money has a power on its own. And when some children even indulge in substance abuse, it's because they have access, sometimes access to money. They can buy the things they need. They can easily buy their way. When children even go into betting, sometimes it's because they have one loose money with them that they will say, let me go and use to bet. And it just takes you to just go one day, or your app to just bet one day before you get addicted to it. So don't give them everything. Let them understand that there is process, there is patience. Sometimes even in the house, they can say, I want a cup of juice. And they want you, no. You can tell them to be patient. Let me finish what I'm doing. I'll get it for you. You see that little 10-15 minutes they have waited for you to finish what I'm doing, to get them the juice or the biscuit or something they want. It's teaching them that sometimes you need to wait for the things you want. And this is contentment. Also teach them to make do with what they have part time. Make do with what you have part time. How many of us as adults? I know some people that they will go out of their way if they want to eat a particular type of fish. And they say that, let's say they live on the mainland, and they say that type of fish, you can only find it in the island, or they say you can only find it in Ogun State. They will find their way to Ogun State by all means. If the last money they have with them is 10,000 naira, and they will say, all die, how do people say it? I'm going to, I must eat all. They don't mind spending their last kobo, because such a person cannot live within their means. And this thing sometimes it's not in adulthood, sometimes it's part of the way that child has been trained. It's the thing the child has been exposed to. Take for instance the child that they've been giving 3,000 per day. Now imagine that child becoming an adult, maybe the parents are not there anymore, and then the child has to work for his own money. Well, how do you think that child will spend money? He will spend it anyhow as it comes. So they must not always wear new clothes. And I wrote it's okay if you buy new clothes for birthdays and Christmas, but they must not always wear it. If you can afford it, and the money is there without stress, without anything, that you won't even feel that you bought anything new, why not do it for them? But if you know that you have to squeeze every time, they want to do birthday in school, and they have good clothes. Maybe the clothes they wear for Christmas in December is still good. Why can't the child wear it for birthday? Why would you not have to go and borrow money as a parent so that the child can wear new shirts for birthday? Meanwhile, there are good clothes in the wardrobe the child can wear. This one is not that I want to give my children the best. Yes, you are giving them the best, and the best is not just in material things. The best is in the values we inculcate in them. The best is to release a child to the world that when you are not there, that child can survive. Without you, there's survival skill. There's so much knowledge that the child can live by. Not that we have just loaded them with material things. Material things alone cannot fix it. In fact, it's trouble for them because they want to manage that type of lifestyle. They now get to adults and realize that adulthood is not like that. So, number 7, I also said teach them to serve. Teach them to serve. Volunteering. It's a good way to give. They can volunteer. Maybe somebody is planning a teens camp or something. You can tell them to go volunteer. They can help with registration, help with setting up and all that. These are things that we need to teach our children and not just leave them to just do anything they want to do. Also teach them that all good things come from God. That everything we receive, it comes from God. So it takes God to give you that thing. So if you don't have it yet, be satisfied and know that God will not be looking at you to suffer. That God will always come through for you. These are things we need to start teaching our children. Also show them people who are not as privileged as they are. I do this with my children. Like we plan market days. I can't take them to the market with me every time. But I have days where I'll take the 3 of them to the market. I mean proper market where somebody is cutting, we see somebody that is selling the meat, we see the man selling the pepper. They see in the process, they will see children of their age mates. Okay, yes, it's not good to walk, I know, but they will see people who are not as privileged as they are, so that they can value the privileges they have, so that they will not begin to see it as like, but there are people who really wish they have the privilege, but they don't. So they will see other children helping, selling with their mother in the market, sitting down there, and probably doing assignments, and mommy is cutting. They see those things. It just, there's a mindset it does, or a mind shift it gives to the children. Like, wow. In fact, they would appreciate all of your efforts. They would appreciate all your effort you are putting into raising them. So show them those who are not as privileged as they are. And lastly, teach them that joy is a choice and not a feeling. You choose to be happy. You choose to be joyful. You know, I saw something many years ago. I was doing school runs that morning, and since that day, that picture never left my head. I was driving, and right in front of me was this Loma truck, and I saw this guy hanging on the truck, you know, just behind, and he was dancing. We that were in our car with the glass, the windows wound up and all that, we could smell. Everybody was like, oh, you know, it was a traffic, and it was just feeling like, why would this one just move and pass in front of us? And there is somebody holding on to the handle of the truck and dancing. The guy was moving. I don't even know which music was that. Whether I put something in his ear, and he was dancing. And I told myself that really, happiness is a choice. You choose to be joyful. You choose to stay joyful. If you allow material things to make you happy, we know what it is for us as adults. So you start teaching your children now, as children. So it's not, so if they don't have the new things, that should not make them sad. Yes, they can wish, oh, I wish mommy bought me a new shoe. Okay, it's okay. I'll reason with this. Maybe mommy has said, we can't buy you a new shoe this term. Manage this one. You will get your new shoe next term. You get it? Let the child be, okay, but mommy already told me next time. Okay, I'll wait till next time. Yes, the child might not really feel good about it at first, but the child will quickly move on and say, okay, it's fine. Next time, okay, I'll wait next time. Not that the child is still crying 1 week into resumption, say, and I will not go to school. And the child is in school, and I will not read. And I will not do my assignment, and I will fail this term because you did not buy the child new shoe. Have you not seen children do these things? It's lack of contentment. It's lack of contentment. So parents, please, let's teach our children. And I think I've given 10 solid points here, that if you can practice it honestly, you will see that contentment is something everybody should have, even you as a parent. And I've already said it at the beginning that you are your children's first role model. You have to model contentment to them, even in the way you do things in the home. They see that you are satisfied, even though we know that yes, we are still journeying to the success. We are still praying for more money to come. But with this level, we are grateful. And then we model that kind of lifestyle to our children. And we also teach them. As we are modeling, we are teaching. You are not just teaching, you not just take all these 10 points and teach them, and then you model something else. It's like you are contradicting what you are doing. But you will model to them, and you will also teach them. And that's how it becomes part of them. That nobody can use shawarma and coke to lure your girls to sleep with them. Have you just seen girls that will sleep with men because of what? Subscription. Maybe 1,000 naira data subscription. So your child can understand that if I don't have data, I don't have data. I cannot die. If I don't have a phone, I don't have a phone. Nothing will happen. I'm not missing anything. I'm not missing anything. So when they are crying for these things, there's no Wi-Fi, there's no this. Tell them, no, you are not. There's nothing you are missing. There's nothing you are missing on social media. So the child can understand. So when the child is in school and somebody is flaunting something to the child to say, come. Or even if it's a boy, and somebody is flaunting and saying, let's do cyber crime. Look at how much we made. That child knows that wealth gotten by vanity. That child will understand that the end of cyber crime and all that is what? Is destruction. Those type of wealth cannot last. It can't last. So please, let's go back and teach these things to our children. Let's teach them, and let's also model it to them. I want to believe this has really been very helpful. I've had a great time today sharing with parents. I want to say thank you to all the parents that joined me on Facebook and on Instagram. Thank you so much. So if you joined in late, please, you can go back and watch from the beginning because you don't want to miss any part of this. So I'll see you again next week, Friday. Remember, Conversations with Oyindamola every Friday, 12 noon, every Friday. So I'll see you again next week. Thank you so much for joining me, and do have a beautiful weekend.